Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today is Tuesday, and for this month I am working on a game of Shrooms, which this is a very specific sort of worldwide art and seek event that was created in 2019, and this year it's going to take place June 11th, so I need to keep that in my mind because that is undoubtedly a Saturday, and let's see. Okay, Saturday. And I'm going to explain to you my process for how I sort of organize and put together projects like these. So this is just going to be sort of my planning and writing down. Now, Game of Shrooms is global. There are people participating from all over the world. I just pulled up the map. So United States, I see Alaska, I see South America, I see folks in Southern Africa, I see Saudi Arabia, parts of Europe, I see people in Japan, Australia, New Zealand. There's a whole map. So depending on where you live, artists have already tagged themselves, letting you know that in that area, in that vicinity, there will be a mushroom piece of art. Now, anyone can participate and anyone can look at art. You may want to do both, you may want to do neither, it's up to you. So I'm going to link in the description box tons of resources if you want to follow this around, see what folks are creating in your area. That's very prevalent on Instagram. There's a web page where you can sign up. It's very cool. So I did 2019, the first year it started, and then I took 2020 off because of the pandemic, and then I did 2021. So what I need to keep straight is what I've done and not repeat that for what I want to do. So, looking at 2019, I did 3 pieces. I did an Alice in Wonderland. It was the sort of caterpillar guy on a mushroom. I did an octopus holding mushrooms. And then I did a sort of a mushroom fairy. Again, I didn't do 2020. Sometimes it's nice to take a break from things, know when you need a break. That is very, very healthy and very important to the creative process. 2021, I did foxes. I did 3 foxes. And I did them on petrified wood, so I actually bought the surface. Now, I am currently doing a no-buy art supply for the year, so I will not be purchasing anything to create on, which this gives me theme ideas, but I need surface ideas. So I've been looking around our house, our yard, whatever. So the medium is going to be this paint. I will link this product. It is sort of an all-surface acrylic paint, depending on what surface I use. So I have found seashells. I have found some bricks. And I have a paper. I have really thick watercolor paper. So these would take the acrylic paint right here, and I would do watercolor paper. Now, there's sort of caveats to all these. There's pluses and minuses. So seashells, and this one's one I've already drawn on for a demo. But seashells are sort of limited in size, which means working in miniature and understanding, oh, sorry, the helicopters are doing search and rescue today, but understanding the time constraints and what is involved in working in miniature. Now, bricks, I think the only caveat to doing bricks, because bricks are absolutely, and obviously I haven't cleaned these yet. That would be a different part of the process. These would be super fun. Like if I go to paint on these, you could put them in a garden path, a garden wall, it could be a doorstopper or a bookend, whatever. And I do have 3. I like doing 3. Where I live is sort of a unique location, and I hide these in multiple cities because our cities are small and they're right next to each other. I know not everybody lives in such an existence, but that's sort of the setup where I am, to make sure that people from different areas can look for my art. The 3rd brick is kind of broken, and that's kind of a bummer. But maybe if people mosaic their bricks, it would still make a really cool, you know, bookend or something. But I'm sort of like seashells. I'm limited to the sizes I have. bricks and paper. So one is broken. With paper, the thing I have to keep in mind if I decide to work on this type of surface is that I will be hiding these in the AM, in the morning, so people have all day to search, and I will put clues up on my Instagram and things. We have a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture, a lot of fog, even in June. So I need to protect the art if it's in paper format, and either put it in like glassine bags or cellophane bags or something. And I have both. I keep them for my shipping for my Etsy, so it's not like I'll be buying anything. I'm not breaking my no-buy art supply for this sort of geocaching art challenge. It's just something I enjoy doing. I love mushroom art and I love giving back to the community. So these are my surface ideas, and I'm actually leaning more towards brick. I've never painted on brick before, so I hope somebody doesn't mind having a broken one. Yeah. So the next part in this process would be coming up with themed ideas. Like, what would I create on this brick? Now, brick is a beautiful, rich brick color. That it is what it is. It would be fun to use this as a colored sort of substrate and use the negative space and allow for the brick color to show through on whatever I paint. So I think for these, I'm not going to like paint the surface white and then create. I'm going to keep some of the natural surface coming through portions of the imagery that I create. That way it still retains the fact that it's a brick, especially depending on where people put it. So, ideas for what to create on the brick. Now, everything has to include mushrooms in some format. And you can, I mean, there's tons of different varieties of mushrooms. They come in all shapes, they come in all sizes. I mean, there's a pink oyster, a violet webcap, Arcturus indigo, the green amanita. They come in all colors. So I will link my mushroom sketchbook tour if you want some, I don't know, ideas, inspiration. Now, the subject matter to accompany the mushrooms. So mushrooms can be sort of in the foreground, middle, back. It could be in the background. They can be as a hat, something being held, or growing, growing from. So I really want to do, one of them I want to be a tiger. And I don't know if I'm going to have all three be tigers or what. One of my videos is just going to be me sketching and figuring out what is going to look cool in the format that sort of fills the space but shows off the brick. So we're making choices and we're making progress. That'll be next week's video. We'll be sketching, in case you really love watching people sketch and just sort of talk it out as they work. I thought it would be fun to do a koi fish, but again, all these have to have mushrooms in some format. And for the third one, I'm not sure. I may just do mushrooms. I could do Bigfoot. I'll put Bigfoot with a question mark. Bigfoot's really popular where I live. So that would be kind of funny for folks from this area. Would really get a huge kick out of that. It's important that I don't just create things that I enjoy, that I create things other people enjoy. The tiger's definitely for me, Bigfoot would be for somebody else. Yeah. And last year I had drawn so many different animals and I kept figuring out ways to incorporate the fox within mushrooms, and it worked and people seemed to like it. So they were found fairly quickly. People seemed happy with that, and I will link a video where I sort of show those, and if you want to see the Instagram post of the finished ones. But this is what I do. Now I need to make sure of the locations. Now I'm not going to write down the specific locations where I hid these, but I need to have locations scouted and laid out that are not repeats of the following previous years. So I have to keep all of this straight. This is why I make copious notes. And, you know, think about some of the mushrooms. The fly aragic is obviously a really popular mushroom. That's the one with the red cap and the white polka dots on top. That one's very, very recognizable. I think that one would look really, really cool. Retained. And I just sort of do white polka dots in the stem. That might look really, really neat with some shadows and highlights. Anyway, so this is my planning process, and I'm not gonna write locations on here. I mean, I would love for you to visit me, but don't make it weird. Yeah, game of shrooms. So planning and creating during a no-buy. It's all found things. So this is where I'm at. And I'll have to brainstorm a couple, maybe more animals. Maybe I'll do an elephant. Since they're so endangered, it'd be nice to bring, you know, some attention and recognition to that. And I can write a little thing up on my Instagram about why I chose an elephant. Or just things that are red. So some golden monkeys maybe. Something that highlights the natural brick color. Okay, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you an idea. I hope you either participate or go look for mushroom art in your community. It's super fun. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.